Hello viewers, and welcome back to another lecture number 14, and is the second part of the 14th lecture. And here's my channel. I'm a graphic designer. My name is Umar Jamal. The channel name is Graphics, and you can find me on Google by just typing Graphics, and you can grab the links to follow me. So coming back to the lecture, today I'm going to tell you about the warp tool. So I'm using the custom artboard of 1000 pixels into 1000 pixels, and then in the last video I told you about the width tool, that is related to the stroke of any object. So, and today I'm going to tell you about the warp tool. So what does the warp means is actually something when an object change its shape due to heat or cold or something like that. So this is where the warp tool comes. There are more than two ways that we can access the warp tool. So I'm changing the color of this object, and then I'm going to tell you about, here is the first access. From here there is warp tool. I can select this one and make changes. The second is the shortcut for it, that is Shift plus R. The third way from where we can access this is from the object menu and then coming down to the envelope distort and make with warp. So this is Alt plus Shift plus Control plus W, shortcut for this one. And another way to access the warp tool is from the effect drop down menu and coming to the warp, and here you can access different kind of warp presets. So we can do this from many ways. So I'm going to tell you about the simple one first, accessing from here the left tool menu, the warp tool. And what we can do, we can just click outside of the object and drag it inside to warp it in way or to the inside. And if we click inside and drag it outside, we will have the other negative effect of that. So this is how we can make changes to it. And yes, we can access the different properties of the warp, like width of the brush or width and height of the brush. So if I select 400 into 400, so pressing OK, now you can see that I can have larger brush and I can make these kind of changes over here. The other options in the menu options, tool options, is the angle. And what does the angle means? Like if we change it, it's not gonna do anything because it's a circle. So if we change the width and height of it and pressing OK, so here you can see that I can make changes like this. And now if I change the angle, it will be noticeable. So here how this works. The next option in the tool option menu is the intensity. If we change the intensity to 100, as you can see I've changed the intensity to 100, and then I apply the warp tool, you can see that I can drag the object to far away. So this is intensity of the warp tool. Coming to the next option in the warp option menu is the detail one. So for this to have a noticeable effect, I'm going to give intensity level 100 and the simplify level 200 as well. I will discuss this one in detail later, but first I'm going to show you about the detail of this detail option. Yes, detail about the detail option. I'm removing the stroke of the object as well, and then selecting the warp tool again, it will go a long way because of 2 or 3 reasons. Because the first reason is I'm making it slowly, so the slower I am, the longer it will be. And the next reason is because I'm rotating it, and with the rotation effect it's having different angles, so it is going longer than usual. And this is 1 with the detail set to 1. So I'm going to make it again with the detail set to 10, and then you will have a noticeable change in both of these. The third reason was for a longer swirl or longer warp thing is I'm starting from the from inside the object. If I'm starting from out the object, it will have less length than usual. So again I'm doing this with the detail set to 10, and coming back and rotating again, and I think this is enough. So here you can see the difference between these two, so that it is wider to more than half of its length, but this one has ended over here and then came towards and then gone off and then came back and gone off. But on the other hand, this one has some better shape of it with more details. I'm doing it again, so maybe I can make it similar to the one on the right hand side almost, and you can see the difference to the left hand side and to the right hand side. It's normal up to this point or this point, or yes, up to this point, but this one has ended over here. So this is about the detail of the warp option. And now if I come to the second option, that is simplify, so I'm leaving the detail to 10 and simplify to 0.2, the least I can have. So now if I make a swirl, and I'm doing it again with the simplify option set to 100, and you will see the difference in the anchor points. See, less simplify means more anchor point, and more simplify means less anchor points. So these are the two options. One was detail and one was simplify. The last option is show brush size. That is good. I think that I can see the brush size or brush shape, so always I use to set this option to visible show. So here you can see that show brush size, it will give you the shape of the brush. So this is much more easier to work with when you have this show brush size enabled. The next thing, this was a simple way of warping anything. So if you have any shape and you want to make a small changes to it, you can access the warp tool from here. Now if you if we go to the other option, where you can have this shape over here, and we go to effect menu and then go to warp and arc. So here you can see that you can do some presets to the shape, and yes, you can change the details to it, like it's going upward, and you can bend it to downwards by going into the negative value over here. So as you increase the negative value, it will go down, and if you go to the positive value, it will have an upper bend. So this is vertical. You can warp it vertically to the left side or to the right side by changing this value over here. This is about the horizontal, like you're doing it horizontal, and again you have another horizontal option where you can adjust one side of it. And if you go to the right side, we will have the right side change with the values over here. And same about the vertical, the top part is going in the negative value, and the lower part will change to maximum, and will change the shape totally if we change this vertical option. So here are many more presets that you can use: arc lower, arc upper, and this is bend from the down as well, as this one is much more, this is a new one actually, and bulge, and many more options that you can test by yourself. There is a twist as well. If you increase the size, you will see a very small difference maybe over here, but it's not showing because it's a simple shape. So for that, maybe we would need some much more complex shape than this one. So this was the second option for going to the warp tool. And if we go in the object, the third way of selecting it, so we're going to, let me change the shape first. I'm going to use star over here, and I'm going to object, and then envelope, distort, and then going to make with warp. Alt plus shift plus control and plus W. So same thing from the other menu, and here you can see the twist effect you can make to it, and going negative over here, the vertical will do the same because the star kind of square thing. So these are the same properties, same options, same presets, but another way of going to it. And if we do from here arc upper, we have the shape with us, but the effect has made it look like this. If you press OK and click over here, you can see the anchor points will be at the starting position, or the shape of the object will have the same shape, but the effect will make the look of the shape different. Same about this one. If we go from the object menu and then envelope distort and make with warp and pressing OK, we have this kind of shape over here that we can adjust as well. And if we selected the whole object, we will have two options over here. One will show the warp properties, and the other will show the shape of the object, the original shape of the object, the basic shape of the object. And if you click back, it will show us the envelope or warp properties, and where we can change the angle of any anchor point, and still we will have the basic shape at its own place. And if you change the anchor point from the basic shape, it will work on the envelope as well. So the envelope or the warp tool is not having any anchor points. It's about the warp or envelope in which the shape is put. We can change that part. And if you're working with the, I'm pressing the Control plus Z to bring the basic shape and use the warp tool from here, we will change the anchor points of the basic shape. So this is the difference between this warp tool and the other warp tool. These are the same if we access it from here, or if we access it from here. But the thing is, we will not have the two options on top over here if we access it from the effect menu. But if we access it from the object menu and then going to the envelope. So here we will have the envelope options as well. So I hope the warp option is discussed in detail, and you will have a better idea of what it is about. And I have discussed the three warp options in Adobe Illustrator. So I hope this has been informative for you. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye. And here is my channel. Please like and subscribe.